In this video, I'm going to touch on the risk exposure formula, and I'm going to use it as an example of a bias that we, as leaders, should be aware of. Hi, I'm Yaz, and you're watching The Leadership Journey, where I discuss leadership and management topics and books, mostly on software engineering and product development. It would help my humble channel greatly if you could hit the like and subscribe buttons. Thank you. So, the risk exposure formula. I'm not going to dwell on it too much, but let's see quickly what it is. I still remember the time when I learned the interesting trick in this formula. It was similar to the experience of looking at those images that contain other images. Once you see the hidden image, you can't unsee it easily. So it was similar to that. One fascinating aspect of leadership is human psychology and behavioral and cognitive aspects. As part of that, I've really enjoyed learning about and paying attention to biases. And when you think about self-awareness as a leadership fundamental, biases are important for that point of view too. Anyway, back to our risk exposure formula. Most of us have a risk-averse nature. Most of us are biased towards loss aversion. Please research it at your pleasure, but briefly it says the pain of losing is psychologically twice as powerful as the pleasure of gaining. Whether you're aware of this formula or not, we tend to work on decreasing the likelihood of failures in order to decrease or mitigate risks, most of the time. However, sometimes it makes more sense to look at the other side of the formula to focus on the cost of the failure. For instance, in software engineering, we may apply this to put the effort on making the recovery from failures cheaper. We know that we can't avoid all failures, so when we focus all our attention on reducing the likelihood of failures that we do most of the time, there's a point of diminishing return in our quest to zero failure. So it may be a better use of our time and resources to make failures as cheap as reasonably possible. Keep this formula in mind as a specific example and also as a general concept. We are all victim of our own biases. We can't get rid of them, but we can raise our awareness of them so that we can counteract with deliberate effort. As I was editing this video, I also came across a similar formula that said, in order to increase our performance, we can work on cutting down errors or work on increasing insight. Not so surprisingly, most organizations focus on decreasing the errors. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in another video.